Vergil, Prima Eclogue, Episode 15. Meliboeus, fortunata senex ergo tua rurdramanebunt, et tibi magna satisquam vis lapis omnia nudis, limo so capillus abducat pascua iunco, non insueta gravis temptabunt pabula fetas, nec malavicini peccaris contagia laedent. Meliboeus now continues his conversation with his friend Tityrus, his fellow shepherd, and he says, Fortunata senex, O lucky old man, masculine, singular, and vocative. Both of these are. This one is a second declension adjective, fortunatus. This is a third declension noun. You are a lucky old man, therefore tua rura, your fields, your rural concerns, shall remain, and erdrant tibi, they shall be for you large enough, broad enough, magna satis. Magna is neuter plural and nominative, and it is referring back to rura, as tua also modifies. Manebunt, meanwhile, is future, third plural, indicative active. So they shall be enough for you, although, quamvis, lapis omnia nudis, although a barren stone, lapis nudis. These are both masculine, singular, and nominative. Third declension noun lapis, the genitive of which is lapidis, gives us the English word lapidary. Although a barren stone, a hard stone, and a palus, a swamp, or a marsh, here's our other nominative, lapis and palus, and a marsh obstructs, abducat, pascua omnia, all your pasture lands. So lapis and palus are jointly subjects of abducat. Typically, when we have a compound subject, the verb is plural, but the poet is free, as he does here, to take the number of the verb from the nearest subject, namely palus, which is singular. Although a barren stone and a marsh covers over, chokes, obstructs all your pasture lands, limoso iunco, with its sandy, silty, slimy rush. Iuncus is a kind of amphibious vegetation, swamp plant, that tends to choke and take over. We could call it rush or cattail, something like that. Unaccustomed or strange, insueta, pabula, unaccustomed feed, pabula, the nominative singular of which is the second declension noun pabulum, the neuter pabulum, pabuli. Unaccustomed grains or grasses shall not tempt or test gravis fetas, your pregnant flocks. As this, gravis, is metrically long, as is often the case in poetry, the third declension is ending can be substituted for the more familiar accusative ace. So insueta modifies pabula, and gravis, adjective, modifies fetas. So we have here a kind of interlocking word order. Non interrupts the symmetry, and the verb temptabunt is put in the middle. So then, for non, we have a, for insueta, b, the adjective, b prime, we might say, for the second adjective, gravis, then the verb temptabunt, then d for the first noun, pabula, then d prime for the second noun. Nor shall the mala contagia, the wicked diseases, contagions, these are neuter, plural, and nominative. The wicked contagions, vicini peccaris, of the neighbor's flock, neuter, singular, and genitive. They will not harm, laedent, your pregnant ewes. Laedent is the future from the third conjugation verb laido, laedere.